Well, I'm out here at the Oulu Cultural and Heritage Center in Oulu, Wisconsin. I'm making this video for Bryce Wiborg. He's got a channel that I like to watch his videos. I met him at the Orange Spectacular a couple of years ago. And last year I made a video of planting oats using a wooden-wheeled Brunt Grain Drill. And then he made a video showing part of one of the castings that he has from one of those. In fact, he has a couple of videos on his channel about that little casting. But I wanted to show him this one. Here's another wooden-wheeled Brunt Grain Drill. And what he was specifically pointing out on his video is this. This is the casting on the end of the grass box. The grass box on this, if you look here, is it's pretty much fallen apart. But the castings are still here. And he was commenting, I don't know which, I'd have to go back and look at his video, but he was looking at the casting number on his. So he can compare it against that one. There's that VB stylized on the side of the grain box. Very cool. This one's in kind of tough shape. It would take a lot to make it usable again. It's missing a lot of the tubes. And there's where you set your seeding rate. When you think about it, there's a known diameter and circumference of these wheels. So you can have it all set up with gearing to plant at a certain rate per acre. And when you're setting, there's the one for the other side. When you're setting that, you're actually sliding the feed mechanism. There's that fluted wheel in the bottom there. You're actually sliding that in and out so it either grabs more or less seed. And then if you look right here, that's a counter that actually counts how many acres you have planted. Pretty clever system if you ask me. Well, if you look at the underside of that lid, I'm not really sure what that says. Use SO and something T oil in disc bearings. Tighten oil plugs with wrench. It looks like it says. I don't know. And here's the casting on the other side of the grass box. I don't remember which one Bryce had in his video, if it was the right one or the left one, but here's the other one. Pretty neat system. Alright. That's the mechanism for adjusting the seeding rate for the grass. It's got a similar system with those fluted wheels, and you just expose more or less of them. This, of course, would have originally been horse-drawn. It's been converted to pull behind a tractor. If you look at that hitch, actually, I don't know if that's just all upset in there from being hooked up and pulled many times, or if there's some forging that's taken place there. Like, say, the holes were originally punched hot, maybe. Anyway, pretty cool. So there it is. Hope Bryce sees this. Thanks for watching.